Hey, what's good, guys? Welcome to the Backroom. This is your boy CG.
It's your boy Bernard Bars.
Let's have a real conversation.
So what we doing, man? What's going on today?
Today, man, I want to talk about it's a topic that I kind of seen came from a video on Facebook or something like that, little reels or whatever. I be watching that all the time. You know what I'm saying? But this episode is going to be called "Love Me Like You Love Them."
Okay.
And the video that it was kind of talking about, it was a woman talking to a man. I know I should know their names, but I don't remember what their names are. There's actually more to the episode, but or the interview or whatever it is.
Okay.
But basically, it's back in the day when it wasn't so great to be black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, the guy would go to work. He smiled. His boss is white. You know what I'm saying? So he go down there, he do everything, he happy down there, even though he hated there, because he gotta go. So he happy there, he smiling at everybody, just so everybody, think nice of him and all that stuff. But then, when he get home, he not that same person when he get home to his wife.
Oh, okay.
And his wife wants him to love her like he loves them. And he was like, lie to me like you lie to them.
Oh,
and he's like, I can't lie to you. So she was like, sure you can. You can lie to me. Make me feel good like you make them feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to go through all the BS and all that, and then they get the best of you and I get the worst of you? So, and I mean, I feel like that sometimes can be, even in our modern relationships, that's a lot of time how it can be. Like, you might go out there and like you a certain way at your job or somebody that is actually or when you talking to somebody that's has some kind of control over your life, or whether it gets better or worse. Like we just put it in the boss perspective. You got a boss, you go to work, you making sure that they feel good, they happy, they like you, you making sure that they like you.
Okay, and then you come home. I get what you're saying.
But then you come home and you don't care about what anybody feel about you at home, like whatever, like you know what I'm saying? You just turn into it's almost like you turn into a whole different person.
It really, honestly, it really like you putting on. Like,
well, that's what it is.
Yeah, you putting on but it's crazy to think about that. It's like, so really, we're putting on for the people who don't give a shit about us, like really don't care about us, but we treat the people who care about us the most like shit.
And that's what it is.
Yeah, and so then it's because, well, you know me. But it shouldn't even, now that I think about it, it shouldn't be like that, right?
It's very backwards if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, that person at work, like, you doing that cause, hey, this person right here gonna pay my light bills. But guess what? You might have a guy or a girl or whatever, whoever you in a relationship with, come home paying the light bill, but you still treat them a certain way. But then you go to work. These people that ain't all they just at work. All they care about is that company.
Yeah, and they be like, well, I gotta do that. I gotta be like that with them.
I have to be that way.
But it's crazy though, like, to just think about that. Like, it's, I know you said the interview was back in the day and everything like that, and it's crazy. So you'll put on with that, but then you come home to your wife, the person who actually cooks for you, more than likely, clean, keep the house in order, all of this stuff, and you take out all that anger that you actually have for your boss and those people at work. You take it and you put it on the person who loved you the most.
Yeah, because you providing.
You're providing.
But you nice to them because they providing for you.
See,
so it's
it's really backwards, man. Like, as we think about it, because it's kind of like I've had situations like that with relatives and everything. Like, have you ever had that type of cousin when he get around this certain type of group?
Right.
He act different.
Right.
And you're just like, why are you treating me like this? Like, I'm somebody that actually is there for you. Like, but it's like we brush them to the side because guess what? We feel like, well, you ain't going anywhere.
Right.
You're gonna always be there for me.
Right.
So I'm gonna treat you like this, but I'm gonna put on for them.
But hey, my boss gonna give me 50-cent raise if I do good. Why can't your relationship have a raise? You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it like this, man. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a retired vet. All that good stuff, right? I look at it like this. Being an entrepreneur, I grew up in that type of lifestyle. So for me, you know, I look at it in a way of relationships. I don't care whether you have like what kind of I look at relationships as business. Yeah. You either asset or you're a liability. You know what I'm saying? And if more people looked at it like that and took kind of the emotional out of it, they probably have a more defined relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it's always this whole emotional grass, we doing we make sense for our lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So even if it could be some kind of currency in emotions, but a lot of times when it comes to, you know, this type of lifestyle, that can kind of like obscure what the reality of the relationship is. Because if you took away the emotions, you know, how is both people providing something for each other?
Well, see, when I think about it too, like I want to touch more on the actual treating the person right who's there for you. Right. Like that's the thing that I think get misconstrued a lot. Where like when I was saying earlier, like we always feel like, you know, I can treat you bad, like because you're my friend, and I feel like, well, you're gonna be here, so I don't have to treat you the same way I treat them. And like we said, it's actually backwards, right? Because sooner or later, man, you're gonna get tired of being treated a certain type of way. Like, so if you touch on like your wife or a husband or so, if you going to work kissing their ass, right? You come home, you don't do anything for your spouse. How long your spouse is gonna be there?
And I'm gonna tell you, I mean, and this gonna be, you know, one of our later episodes, but that type of just having that type of mentality where you please people outside of your home more than you please people inside of your home, it can lead to some things that actually destroys your home. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, and we'll get into that and I'm pretty sure you kind of know what I'm talking about, but we'll get into that on some other episodes. But it's just like, because you have the mentality that out there is your freedom and your peace versus at home is your destruction and suffocation, you might do shit out there that actually destroys where your peace really like truly lies. Yeah. But because you out there pleasing everybody else, you love them a way that you don't love the people that you say that you love. You don't tell them that you love them, you show them. Yeah. That's some crazy stuff. Like, it is. Just think about that. I just thought about that. Now, you show them that you love them, but you come home and you just tell them that you love them.
Because they're like, well, you ought to know. They be like, you know I love you. But but like you just said, you don't show it the same way you do these people at your job or your friend that you know. You feel like I'm supposed to take your truth. Right. So like if you having a bad day, it's okay to come and take it out on me. Right. That's backwards. You see what I'm saying? You actually supposed to go to that person who's at your house for comfort for the stuff that the people that on the outside did to you. That person, when you come back to them, they actually supposed to wrap their arms around you and actually say it's okay. It's gonna be okay. You need to seek that person for comfort. Right. You don't go and seek that person like, well, hey, I can do this shit for you. I can talk to you this way because you understand. No, it's totally backwards. So it's really like we said, like you go and you would kiss the person ass that don't do nothing for you. You would lay down and do whatever you can for them. Right. And this is a person who don't really, you're not benefiting anything but sometimes for a check from them. That's about it.
And that's it, because you feel like that person is, they have, your livelihood is at stake.
Yeah.
And then I feel like they put it in the way of like, well, you don't know what I deal with at work. Yeah, I know what you deal with at work, but you handle that situation completely different.
Yeah.
Than what how you handle this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's I mean, a lot of stuff we'll put on women. I mean, a lot of time that's us men that's doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
I mean, it's, I would say it's both ways. Cause it's, I would say like with women, sometimes it can be even more exaggerated depending on what kind of position they have at their job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like you say you got like a corporate woman who's kind of more of an executive type of position. If you as a guy ain't living up to that type of criteria, I would say she is more likely to be that one that, well, a woman gonna be different with it anyway.
Well, she's gonna throw it in your face.
Yeah, like if something happened that could be destructive to a relationship, she already it's your fault.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean that's true. That's true. Now, if we go for with the women, with us men, they'll paint it as when we don't live up to where we supposed to be at our jobs and things come down the line with that, we come home and we're like abusers. Right. Or most men, they'll probably drink their problems away. And they'll take it out on the person who's in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you saying, like, you ought to come home and actually like put on that brave face for your spouse and actually want to make them happy, not give them all your bullshit that you gonna tuck from them, because you tuck it at the job. Now don't get it twisted. Now, you didn't say the stuff you really wanted to say at the job. Mm-hmm. They'll tell you like, nah man, I told him this. Did you say it? You ain't said it. Mm-mm. You ain't said it. I felt like saying exactly. So my boss gonna tell me I gotta work 12 hours. I told that nigga, fuck that. Did you tell him? Nah, I wanted to.
I ain't say it like that, but I was kind of like, he knew I ain't really want to do it.
How did he know though?
He knew how I did it. Like, just the way I said it.
But did you work the 12 hours though?
I worked it, but you know what I'm saying?
Okay. We don't need to talk to you no more. Like, but that's the truth. But then when you come home, it's more so of, did you fix this? Did you fix me something to eat? Mm-hmm. I didn't want this tonight. You're gonna take it out on the person that's in there. Or in a woman case, right? If she's a corporate lady, right? If she's corporate, if she's high class or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all you make over here? Did you go and look for something else?
You're better than that. I gotta start somewhere. No, you can do better. Like, no, yeah, I'll do better than that. But I ain't got no, but see, no credibility.
That's her way of taking it out on you,
right?
Are you still gonna be around doing this same job? You've been there for 2 years,
right? Cause see, really, and that's the thing with women like that. It's so much easier. I hate to say it, man. In certain cases, it's so much easier for women because they have more suitors.
Oh yeah.
So if a woman, even if like most of the time, them little type of executive types that make it to that level, a lot of times they got the looks, they got the attitude that everybody likes and all that, and that's a lot of time how they get that in that position because you know what I'm saying, business. Yeah. But then like, at that level, you got more men at that level. So you got one woman up there and you got all these men who are making more than her, even though she making a lot of money. Yeah. So like she looking at the situation like, well, why am I going home to this bum who is probably doing a way better, like is probably above average, but just not at the level that she, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just, but that's Jerry over here.
Yeah. But that's her way, like I said, her way of coming home, taking it out on the person she's with because of the things that's going on at the job. So, like you said, love me like you love them.
Yeah. And, I think the whole concept of this is that, that still touches on finding like yourself your self happiness, putting your mask on first, making sure that, because like you should be able to be very neutral at work and be very expressive at home. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't have to be so expressive to make yourself to kind of put yourself in a better position.
Yeah.
Just do your job great, and then you don't have to kiss their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then come home. Like, cause that way you got the energy to give to whoever your significant other is. You know what I'm saying? So
my take on it, man, is understand who, like, the people that you have in your life and the ones that actually care for you. Treat them right.
Yeah.
Like, treat them with that same respect that you would go and treat your boss.
Right.
Like, you are scared to get fired from that job. Why are you not scared to being left out of that person's life?
Yeah.
Because you feeling like that person is gonna always be there. No, I mean, it don't happen, man. So, hey, like we said, even you out there, love them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love that person the same way that you do those people at your job. Love that significant other, man.
Right. Hey, this is the Backroom. This your boy CG.
This your boy Bernard Bars.
And we out.